Ryan Whiting with Paddle TV here with another gear review. And you might think that I'm reviewing that beautiful boat on the roof of my vehicle, but I'm not. I'm reviewing the rack system that it's sitting on. This is the Tooenjoy Universal Lift Assist Roof Rack. And this takes the pain out of unloading and loading your boat on the roof of a vehicle. Pretty cool. So there are a lot of wonderful things about kayaking, but getting a kayak to the water is not one of them. And so anything that makes it easier to get kayaks to the water and therefore make kayaking more accessible, that's something I'm interested in. And so this product really caught my eye because simply getting, especially longer boats, but any kayak on the roof of your vehicle can be a major barrier. But the question really is, how well does it work and is it worth it? And that's what I'm going to talk about right now. So the Tooenjoy Lift Assist Roof Rack is made from steel and it's got a rust-resistant coating on it. It retails for between $500 and $600 US. It weighs just under 40 pounds or 18 kilos, and it's designed to accommodate a kayak up to 100 pounds. That means it's going to accommodate almost any kayak except for the really heavy fishing kayaks. Now, it's designed to work with most roof rack systems, whether you've got round bars, square bars, these like arrow bars, you know, different size bars. It works even better with bars that have the T-slot system, so accessories can just slide in to them, but it's not exclusive to that. The big thing that your roof rack has to have is it has to extend out beyond the feet of the roof rack, like this does. And it only has to extend out maybe 3 or 4 inches. Right here, I've got about 9 inches, which is lots of room, but it may not work or typically doesn't work with roof rack systems that come with vehicles. Now, the way the system works is pretty simple. You've got these 2 triggers, I'll call them here. Click them and then just draw it down in one smooth motion, just like that. Now, to put it back up, there's a lock there and a lock there, and then there's, well, you really don't have to do much. It does it on its own. And then you just slide it in until you hear it click. And once it clicks in, then it's not coming out. It's engaged until you unlock it again. It's a slick system, but let's talk about setting it up. How was that? Well, from the moment I started opening the box, it took me just under 2 hours to fully set this thing up and figure it out at the same time, which wasn't a big deal. And it was very easy, didn't require any tools except the one little Allen key that came with it. So very easy setup. A couple of things I wanted to show you. First was these little braces here that slide around to fit any kayak that sits here. But when putting this thing up and down without a load in it, this is where the locking system really comes in. What you have to do, because it wants to spring back up as soon as it's unlocked, I have to put a little weight down and then I flip the locks. But now, the reason I have the weight on this thing is because when I let it go, it wants to go up pretty quick. That's what makes it so easy to load. And so you have to be ready for that and just let it go up and then slide it back into place. Now, another cool part of this system is if you want to take this main piece off, it's very easy to do that. All you do is take the Allen key that came with the kit, and then once it's extended, you just push on that button there, and you push on that button there, and just like that. It also reduces any wind noise when you're driving without a kayak tied on. When you want to put it back in, it's as simple as that. Boom. Now, another nice thing about this rack system is that it's not just a kayak loader. Anything that you can fit on this platform, if you take these little braces off, you can use it to get it on your roof. You can even get bike rack systems from Tooenjoy for this, so it's really easy to get a bike on top of your vehicle. That's why they call it a universal lift assist roof rack and not just a kayak loader, but it is a great kayak loader and they have these specific features for it. Now, a couple of things if you are going to be using this for your kayak. If you've got a plastic kayak, well, it comes with this little padding here, but It's not a lot of padding. You know, it's not super padded. If you really like keeping your boat spiffy, then you might want to add some additional padding. You know what you might do is cut a pool noodle. Pool noodles make great pads for boats to sit on not just roof racks, but actually on racks as well. But anyway, that's one thing you can do. You might want to pad it out a little bit more. And another consideration is that in order for this system to install into the roof racks, your roof racks have to be a certain width. And so you have to be able to adjust your roof racks to be the right width for this system to slide in. And it's not that wide. It's under 3 feet. And what that means is that long kayaks, touring kayaks, sea kayaks, I'd say anything over 10 feet, you really need to not only strap the kayak down over the rack system, but tie a bow line and a stern line. But to be quite honest, that's kind of the rule regardless of the rack system you have. It's a really good idea to tie a bow line and a stern line when you're transporting these boats, because you don't want to just rely on the roof racks themselves. One thing I can't test right now is durability. It's definitely got a robust build to it. Is it going to last? You know, I wasn't worried about driving on the highway with my beautiful composite kayak on top of my truck with this system. So that says something. So the big question is it worth it? $500 to $600 for this system, and you need to have a roof rack system as well. Well, the reality is roof racks and roof rack systems, there's a good chance it's going to be your biggest investment for kayaking aside from the kayak itself, unless you have a portable kayak. And that is a reason a lot of people go with portable kayaks, to make it easier to transport. But $500 to $600 for a system like this is not a lot of money, in my opinion. You can spend a whole lot more than that just on the rack system, a system that doesn't help you load the boat, solve that problem. And so if this can help you get on the water, period, or even just help you do it more often or with less pain or avoid injury, then $500 to $600 is absolutely worth it. That's about all I got to say about the Tooenjoy Universal Lift Assist Roof Rack. Cool toy, cool accessory, and I love the fact that this can make the difference of whether or not people can go paddling. And so my boat is off. I'm at the water. This is the wall wave. It's time to test another boat. I'm now going to be testing the Melker Barmdo that I came here with. So enough talking, time to start paddling. Ew!